Hello to everyone. Vladimir Vlad speaking. We are now going to talk about the clash, the upcoming battle between Derek Lewis and Curtis Blaydes. And I just need to prepare for this. Give me a sec, just to switch off my phone, and we are ready. We are ready to roll. I'm just having slight issues. Give me a sec, please. That's it. Yeah, that's it. Sorry, guys. Okay, fine. I'm charging my phone now. Oh, hello, Zakaria. How are you, man? I needed to put my phone on charging. So, yeah, this is going to be a discussion of the battle between Curtis Blaydes and Derek Lewis. And many people ask me who's going to win. I don't have much time. That's actually a problem. So, but I will try to stay with you for like half an hour. I think I will be able to. And yeah. Oh, I'm doing great, man. Thank you so much for stopping by. But right now to discuss Derek Lewis and Curtis Blaydes. Well, Derek Lewis is a bomber, man. He is a bomber. The guy with the most powerful strikes in the whole division. That's how I see Derek Lewis at the moment. Big, powerful punch. You know how he turned the lights out on Alexander Volkov, that big right. Yeah, they are actually very good fighters. I mean, they are in the top of UFC heavyweight division. So, yeah, I think they are very, very good fighters. I actually list them as very, very good fighters, and I believe they are very talented, very skillful, and anything can happen. You know, Derek Lewis comes from boxing. You know, he has the most powerful boxing strikes in whole division, the most powerful puncher. That's Derek Lewis. Also blue belt in BJJ 24/7, won no contest, but he holds knockout victories over Alexei Olenik, Alexander Volkov, Marcin Tibura, Travis Brown, Shamil Abdurakimov, Gabriel Gonzaga, Damian Grabowski, Victor Pešta, Roman Potts, Guto Innocente, Jack May. So he put many people to sleep, man. If he hits you with his powerful hand, believe me, Derek Lewis hits you with your with his powerful right hand. It's that punch is probably going to put you to sleep. These are actually my thoughts on Derek Lewis. Yeah, go for it. Usman Masvidal fighting again, but didn't Usman already beat him? Yes, Usman already defeated him in a 5-round war. He pushed him to the cage for 5 rounds and didn't let him work. So, yeah, you can say that Usman out-cage controlled him. But, yes, Usman won via unanimous decision. I think it was 50-45 or something like that. Don't remember the result, but was pushing him on the cage for 5 rounds. So if they fight again, I expect the same. I expect the same outcome, the same cage control fight by Kamaru Usman, and victory for Kamaru Usman if it comes to fruition, of course. So I would say Kamaru Usman wins probably via decision if that fight comes to fruition. On the other side, Derek Lewis, analyzing his grappling part, he surprised me against Daniel Cormier, for example. His rear naked choke defense is not good. His submission defense is so-so, you know, and against Sean Jordan, he was knocked out. But let's be honest, Derek Lewis is very, very strong, and his submissions are not on the high level. His submission defense, well, actually, he was submitted only once, but I think his submission offense is very poor. Was it clear win? Because I don't get why Usman wants Masvidal. It was very clear win. It was like yeah, it was pretty much of a clean win, as much as I can remember. It was pretty much of a clean win, but one of the most boring matches I've ever watched, honestly. It was really one of the most boring matches I've ever watched, because it was like, you know, I wanted to go to sleep, man. During that fight, I wanted to go to sleep. So, I can tell you that it was a really, really bad way to go for me for that one. No, really, really. It was a very boring fight. But now, Derek Lewis, let's analyze. Well, Derek Lewis can put people to sleep, but he can get knocked out. Curtis Blaydes, on the other side, he's a wrestler, man. Folk style wrestler, NJ, CAA, HWT national champion of Harper College. So, riding a 4-fight win streak, and he outworked Justin Willis, Shamil Abdurakimov, Junior Dos Santos, Alexander Volkov, and his wrestling is out of this world, man. Holds notable victories over Daniel Mienchuk, Alexei Olenik, Mark Hunt, Alistair Overeem, and got to say that his wrestling is out of this world, man. He is such a good wrestler, and it's a very, 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 very hard to defeat this guy because he pushes you forward, he drags you to the ground, and he's constantly aggressive, and he constantly goes into the clinch. So it's very hard to fight against that type of the opponent like Curtis Blaydes. I really think that Curtis Blaydes is a very, very tough opponent for everybody. And considering his wrestling offense, considering his pressing forward, considering his strategy of pushing the pace, I really think that Curtis Blaydes can outwork. I really think that Curtis Blaydes can outwork his opponent, and I think Curtis Blaydes is going to push Derek Lewis towards the fence all day long, and I also think that Curtis Blaydes is definitely going to teach Derek Lewis a lesson when it comes to cage fighting and when it comes to the control of the cage. I really think that Derek Lewis will be having a very, very hard time in this fight because he needs to turn the lights out on Curtis Blaydes just like Francis Ngannou did. Give me a sec, please. Here I am. So, I want to say that he really needs to turn the lights out, just like Francis Ngannou did. It's not gonna be easy. We must consider the fact that Francis Ngannou put his opponent to sleep via big punch. On the other side, we've got tougher Curtis Blaydes. I mean, he survived the onslaught against Alexander Volkov, also survived a knee to the head, and dominated for 5 rounds. I mean, in round 4, Alexander Volkov kind of rocked him with that knee. But Curtis Blaydes is tougher than he used to be, and he is more intelligent. He TKO'd Junior Dos Santos, TKO'd Shamil Abdurakimov, and outworked Justin Willis. So I believe he has what it takes to become the champ, and I really believe that he can outwork his opponent. On the other side, we've got Derek Lewis, wonderful punch power, but when it comes to clinching, the absolute advantage goes in the favor of Curtis Blaydes, and I think Curtis Blaydes is definitely going to dominate of the clinch. Plus, I think that Curtis Blaydes is way better in the close combat. On the other side, if we're talking about trading outside the pocket, everything goes, but literally everything goes in the favor of Derek Lewis. But there are no kicks on any end. We don't see any kick in this fight. Yeah, Blaydes is looking very tough. You are right. He is looking very, very tough. And Blaydes actually is a very, very tough opponent. He is one of the toughest guys in the league. And when it comes to Curtis Blaydes, I can guarantee that he will put on a show. I think that Curtis Blaydes is really, really going to fight hard, and I think he's really going to give his opponent a hard time because this is too harsh fight for Derek Lewis. I think they might smell a reprise of his fight against Daniel Cormier, when he was dragged on the ground and choked out. But I believe he's gonna be mauled out for 3, 4, 5 rounds. We will see. But I don't see Derek Lewis winning the fight unless we have a KO. Canelo is fighting on the 27th, but I never heard of his opponent. Yeah, he's fighting this guy, Avni Yildirim. I actually make a prediction. I think Canelo wins. I've heard of Avni Yildirim. I watched him once. He is not bad at all, but I think he is way worse than Callum Smith. I think Callum Smith was way better opponent than Avni Yildirim. I only watched him once. He is not bad at all, but I think he is not. I think he is not good enough to parry this guy. I just think he is not good enough to parry this guy. I simply think it's going to be. Simply think it's going to be a mismatch, you know, and kind of maybe Canelo is going to finish that fight with a stoppage. You never know, but I'm still going to stay with the prediction that Curtis Blaydes wins this fight. I don't think Curtis Blaydes. Hello, Crystal. I don't think that Curtis Blaydes has the ability to knock out Derek Lewis. That's not going to happen. If we see a knockout, it's going to happen from the end of Derek Lewis. But I see Curtis Blaydes pressing him against the fence. I see Curtis Blaydes cutting the distance, or I see Curtis Blaydes finishing the fight. This fight, I know that many people consider this a mismatch, but me, I think anything can happen, but I would give 65% in this fight to Curtis Blaydes when we discuss technical analysis, when we discuss technical aspect of the game. I only think there is one strike that might make a damage to Lewis, and that's weaving overhand right. On the other side, Lewis is way better boxer, let's be honest. Better punches inside the pocket, better punches outside the pocket, better step drag forward, better step drag backward. Lewis has bombs in his hands, that's true. But his opponent is a whole different story. His opponent has bombs in his legs, but bombs, wrestling bombs. His wrestling is out of this world. His wrestling is so outstanding, man. He has one of the best wrestlings in the whole division, and his opponent is really going. His opponent is really going to put on a show with that wrestling. Yes, absolutely, it can go like Ngannou fight. If Lewis catches him via big punch, just like Ngannou did, they might see a knockout. But the point is, I'm worried because in the fight against Sasha Volkov, you've seen that Curtis Blaydes survived a clear knee. So that's the problem, you know. I think Blaydes is tougher than he used to be, and I think he worked a lot on his evading game. Plus, his cage control and clinch game is way better. But yeah, Derek Lewis can finish him via one punch, absolutely. Another good fight is this on 20 February, Oscar Valdez versus Miguel Berchelt. I actually made the prediction for that fight. I picked Miguel to win. I was doing a tape study. I picked Miguel to win, but unfortunately, I won't be able to watch it. That's the problem. I'm not gonna air on my TV, so I'll have to be pleased with UFC. I have to see what's gonna happen this weekend. But majority, some things are available on my TV, some are not. Macomb versus Gwine, I think we're gonna have that one on TV. But let me see. Maybe this one, maybe Avanesian versus Josh Kelly is going to air, but I just say maybe. But I think this one from Bolton, England, Macomb versus Gwine, I think I will have that one. I was impressed with Lewis' ground game against Olenek. Yes, I was impressed very much too. You know, he improved his ground game a lot, especially considering the fact that he fought Alexei Olenek, the greatest submission expert in the division. I mean, let's be honest. Alexei Olenek has 47 submission wins, and Fabricio Verdum was unable to finish him. Alexei Olenek outworked Fabricio Verdum. Verdum didn't finish him. He just speaks about himself. Verdum is the former BJJ champion of the world. Alexei Olenek is boa constrictor. So, yeah, Derek Lewis' ground game was outstanding against Alexei Olenek. So, Blaydes is better wrestler, but it's gonna be hard to submit Derek Lewis because he survived. He survived the onslaught against Alexei Olenek when it comes to submission wars. So I think it's gonna be very, very hard to submit him, and I think submission is less likely to happen. That's how I see it. I see this fight as submission, less likely to happen. Either it's gonna be Curtis Blaydes pushing him to the fence, taking him down, controlling him on the ground for 5 rounds. Either we're gonna see a great punch knockout by Derek Lewis as well as it can. I mean, it can play out that way. We all know that it can play out that way. So I'm thinking about the potential outcome of the fight, but yeah, I can see it happening. So it can really go in 2 ways. Either Blaydes is gonna drag him to the ground and hold him on the fence, or either Blaydes is going to push him against the cage. Either he is going to hold him on the ground to land big punches, big bombs of the top, or Derek Lewis is gonna put him to sleep. But 65% to Derek Lewis 65% to Curtis Blaydes to win that fight. But Derek Lewis can knock him out, and yeah, we mustn't underestimate Derek Lewis. We definitely mustn't underestimate his punch power, because his punch power rocks. His punch power is out of this world, and yeah, he has some of the best punch powers ever seen in the world of boxing. So I'm keen to see. I'm very much keen on seeing which way this is going to go. But I think this is going to be a great fight. So yeah, I think this is really, really going to be a great fight. 65% to Lewis and to Curtis Blaydes, and 35% to Lewis. But let's see. Either it's going to be Lewis via knockout, either it's going to be Curtis Blaydes via decision or TKO. I simply don't see the other outcome. Guys, I will probably cover boxing tonight, so I must rest a bit now. Have a great day, everyone, and catch you all next time. Need to catch some sleep. I had a very bad night of sleep. I was working last night. I need to get some sleep, so I'll probably cover boxing. Have a great day, everyone, and goodbye.